Assalamu alaikum. As a Muslim teacher, I am honored to continue sharing these profound insights with you. In his masterpiece, the Ihya Ulum ad-Din, Imam Ghazali dedicates a significant section to the perilous disease of ostentation, or riya. He defines riya as performing acts of worship with the intention of gaining the praise or recognition of people, rather than seeking only Allah's approval. He warns that this spiritual sickness can corrupt the heart and render good deeds worthless.
I see, teacher. Imam Ghazali defines riya as performing worship for human praise, a dangerous spiritual disease that can corrupt the heart and nullify deeds.
Imam Ghazali further elaborates that riya has various levels, ranging from the subtle desire to appear pious in front of others to the more blatant forms where one performs good deeds solely for worldly gain. He explains that the heart is easily deceived by the ego, making it crucial for the believer to constantly examine their intentions. This introspection serves as a shield against the subtle inroads of ostentation.
Imam Ghazali highlights the levels of riya, from subtle desire to blatant pursuit of gain, emphasizing constant introspection to guard against this deception.
Imam Ghazali emphasizes that the cure for riya requires a dedicated effort to purify the heart. He suggests several remedies, including increasing one's private acts of worship where no one else is aware, and developing a deep awareness of Allah's omniscience. By focusing on the reality that true honor belongs only to the Almighty, the believer can gradually uproot the desire for human validation.
Imam Ghazali emphasizes that the cure for riya involves purifying the heart through private worship and awareness of Allah's omniscience, redirecting the focus to divine validation.
Imam Ghazali also addresses the subtle psychology of riya, noting that Satan often uses deception to make good deeds appear purely for Allah's sake, while a hidden intention of praise lurks beneath. To combat this, he recommends a practice of self-examination before, during, and after every action, questioning the true motivation behind every good deed to ensure it remains sincere. Would you like to discuss how to develop this habit of constant intention checking?
Yes, teacher. Developing the habit of constant intention checking is crucial for self-purification. I would like to discuss how to develop this habit.
To develop the habit of constant intention checking, Imam Ghazali advises breaking the process into 3 key stages. Before engaging in any good deed, take a moment to pause and question your heart about the true motivation. During the action, continuously monitor your feelings, ensuring no desire for praise creeps in. After the deed, reflect on whether you feel any attachment to human recognition and seek forgiveness for any insincerity you discover. Would you like to discuss how this process can be applied to acts of charity?
I see, teacher. The 3-stage process of pre, during, and post-action reflection is clear. I would like to discuss how this can be applied to acts of charity.
When applying this to acts of charity, the pre-action stage involves checking your heart to ensure you are giving purely for Allah's sake, and not for the praise of others. During the action, you should strive to keep your charity as concealed as possible, guarding against the ego's desire to be seen by people. After the charity is given, you must reflect and dismiss any thoughts of expecting thanks or recognition, and instead be grateful to the recipient for accepting your gift. Would you like to explore how to cultivate more humility when giving to others?
Yes, teacher. Cultivating humility when giving is important.
To cultivate humility when giving, Imam Ghazali advises you to recognize that the recipient is doing you a favor by accepting your gift, as they provide you with an opportunity for spiritual reward. View your wealth not as your own, but as a trust from Allah, and remember that it is a blessing to be in a position to help others. This mindset guards against pride and ensures that your charity remains sincere. Would you like to discuss how to reflect on the transience of your blessings?
I see, teacher. Recognizing the recipient as providing a spiritual opportunity and viewing wealth as a trust is key. I would like to discuss how to reflect on the transience of blessings.
To reflect on the transience of blessings, Imam Ghazali advises you to contemplate the nature of the world around you. You can observe how quickly seasons change, how youth passes into old age, and how wealth can be lost in a moment. By regularly reminding yourself that everything you possess is a loan from the Almighty, you detach your heart from these worldly attachments. Would you like to explore how this reflection can deepen your appreciation for the present moment?
I see, teacher. Contemplating the changes in the world and recognizing the transient nature of blessings is a clear path. I would like to discuss how this reflection can deepen my appreciation for the present moment.
When you truly understand that worldly blessings are temporary, you begin to value each moment as a precious gift. Instead of constantly looking forward to the future or dwelling on the past, you are present with the blessings you currently have. This appreciation opens your heart to gratitude, enhancing your spiritual connection and bringing deep contentment to your life, as each moment is recognized for its unique value.
Indeed, teacher. Recognizing the transience of blessings leads to valuing the present moment, fostering gratitude and deep contentment. It truly transforms one's perspective.
It is truly transformative, and this perspective is a cornerstone of spiritual well-being. By recognizing that both ease and hardship are temporary, the heart remains steady, anchored in trust and gratitude regardless of the circumstances. This state of inner peace allows a person to respond to life's events with wisdom instead of impulsive reactions. Would you like to discuss how one can maintain this mindful awareness during interactions with others?
I would like to discuss how one can maintain this mindful awareness during interactions with others, teacher.
To maintain mindful awareness during interactions with others, Imam Ghazali recommends beginning each encounter with the intention to please Allah and uphold the principles of kindness and respect. Before responding to anyone, take a brief moment to pause and assess your emotional state, ensuring that your words are rooted in humility and genuine concern, rather than a desire for validation or superiority. This mindful pause helps you remain anchored in the truth of your own limitations and the temporary nature of worldly interactions.
Imam Ghazali's advice for mindful awareness in interactions is valuable, teacher. Beginning with pure intention, pausing before responding, and remaining mindful of limitations are practical steps. I will endeavor to apply this.
It is truly a beautiful approach to life. When you bring these principles into your daily interactions, you transform those moments into opportunities for spiritual growth and connection. Imam Ghazali reminds us that every person we meet is a creation of the Almighty, deserving of our respect and compassion. Would you like to explore how these practices can help you manage expectations in your relationships?
Applying these principles truly transforms interactions, teacher. I would like to explore how these practices can help manage expectations in relationships.
Managing expectations in relationships is deeply connected to humility and acceptance. Imam Ghazali advises us to recognize that people are limited, and that true contentment comes from relying on Allah's generosity rather than the actions of others. By freeing your heart from demanding perfection from human beings, you can appreciate their contributions with gratitude and respond to their shortcomings with patience and understanding. Would you like to explore how to apply this to a specific relationship?
I see, teacher. Recognizing human limitations and relying on Allah for contentment is essential for managing expectations. I would like to explore how this can be applied to a specific relationship.
For when you anchor your heart in the divine, you are liberated from the burden of relying on others for your happiness. This allows you to offer unconditional love and support, seeing the good in them while accepting their flaws, which is the purest form of connection. Always remember that every interaction is an opportunity to practice these virtues. Would you like to discuss how this relates to the concept of thankfulness to people?
By anchoring your heart in the divine, one can achieve pure and unconditional love for others. I would like to discuss how this relates to the concept of thankfulness to people.
Imam Ghazali teaches that being thankful to people is inextricably linked to gratitude toward Allah. He explains that people are the channels through which His blessings flow, so appreciating their kindness is a form of honoring the divine beneficence they represent. When you anchor your heart in the divine, recognizing that all good comes from Him, your thankfulness to others becomes pure and free from expectations of return. Would you like to explore how to express this thankfulness in your daily interactions?
Imam Ghazali connects thankfulness to people to gratitude toward Allah, as they are channels of divine beneficence. Expressing this thankfulness in daily interactions is something I would like to explore.
Expressing thankfulness to people begins with a sincere acknowledgement of their kindness. Imam Ghazali advises that in addition to expressing gratitude verbally with kind and respectful words, you should also pray for the person who has done you a favor. Another way to express thankfulness is through reciprocity, where you return the kindness in a way that respects their dignity and shows how much their support meant to you. By making this a regular practice, you align your heart with the divine teaching that those who are not thankful to people are not thankful to Allah. Would you like to explore how this thankfulness can strengthen community bonds?
Imam Ghazali emphasizes that thankfulness to people strengthens community bonds by fostering mutual respect and appreciation. When gratitude is expressed sincerely and reciprocated, it builds trust and solidarity, aligning with the principle that the community is like a single body. Does that clarify how this strengthens bonds?
Indeed, that principle is profoundly beautiful and accurately depicts the ideal Muslim community. When every member acts like a part of a single body, expressing gratitude ensures the health and vitality of the whole. When one part receives support and acknowledges it with thanks, it strengthens the connection and trust within the entire network. This mutual appreciation acts like the vital circulating system, nourishing every member and guaranteeing that no one feels isolated or unappreciated. Would you like to explore how this concept can be applied to resolving conflicts within the community?
That is true, teacher. I would like to explore how this concept can be applied to resolving conflicts within the community.
Applying the interconnected single-body concept to conflict resolution means approaching disputes with the understanding that any harm to a fellow member harms the whole community. Imam Ghazali advises us to handle conflicts with forbearance and a sincere desire for reconciliation rather than winning an argument. By focusing on restoring harmony, showing empathy, and expressing gratitude for the bond of brotherhood, we can build trust and achieve lasting peace. Would you like to discuss practical steps for mediation in a community setting?
Practical steps for mediation in a community setting, based on Imam Ghazali's teachings, emphasize sincerity and empathy. A mediator should act with the intention of reconciliation, viewing both sides as part of the community and deserving of respect. It's crucial to facilitate dialogue, encouraging both parties to understand each other's perspectives and find common ground through gentleness and patience. Would you like to explore how specific communication techniques can be used?